guys, how's it going and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing some more FPL. It is time for my Fantasy Premier League draft with Haaland. So last week I did a draft without Haaland and I'd say I did pretty well for my channel standards and I will say a big thank you for that. But I thought, let's do a draft with Haaland and let's see what we can manage with him. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm leaning towards without Haaland because I think 15.5 million is a lot for one player, and I feel if you go without him, you can then spread the money equally across the rest of your team, which, if done correctly, I feel they could outscore what Haaland manages. So that's what we're looking at. So first of all, goalkeepers. Let me show you who we've got in goal then. So we're starting off with Erling Martin at Arsenal. I was in two minds at first, but I have gone with him. He's really marshalled the Arsenal defence in the last season. And you can see that with 19 clean sheets. I think that's really good. And not just that, it's only 6 million. Which, for someone, a goalkeeper this is, got 162 points. I think that's pretty good. His fixtures are a bit hit and miss to start off with. Coventry at home, that should be no problem. Arsenal away, Aston Villa away, wake up. I'm a bit nervous about that. Chelsea at home, a bit nervous about that. Sunderland at home, Sunderland away, I'm a little bit nervous of that. And Brighton away, again, a bit nervous of that. But he is high owned. He's 30.4% owned by FPL managers. So there's a lot of people backing this guy. So I am leaning at the minute towards Martin if I do go with the with Haaland draft. I think he's your best shout here. Okay, so my benched goalie is Martin Dubarak. This is one thing you're going to enjoy about me this season if you are new. I cannot pronounce names to save my life. But anyway, for someone who played so many minutes last season, I just think 4 million's amazing. And surely Spurs is going to improve its defence this season because he only kept 4 clean sheets last season. And 4 million, expecting a better Spurs defence, to me, that's a bargain. And a lot of people have seen this as well. He's owned by 24.9% of FPL managers. So here's that. And there's definitely some games there I would consider putting him forward instead of Raya, as we've just seen. So sometimes I'll swap him in, but I do want to see how Spurs defence looks this season. And with nearly 25% of you guys already selected him, I just felt for 4 million, it allows me to put funds elsewhere. Good shout. Okay, so going into defence, and we start off with Gabriel. He's owned by 25.5% of FPL managers, and he's 8 million. My only real concern here is that Arsenal do have a couple of injured defenders right now. Saliba's being one. So I am nervous. We'd normally expect some clean sheets. That's not going to happen. But he did play quite a bit last season. I think he was injured for a little bit. But despite that, he kept 18 clean sheets. He scored 3 goals and he made 5 assists. So he's also a attacking threat as well as getting some clean sheets. So because he got 209 points, and he'd have probably got more had he played more minutes, which I think was down to injury. I'm happy to be corrected. I think this guy is worth the 8 million that we're looking for. Okay, so next one is Pedro Porro. So he's 5.5 million. He's owned by 23.9% of FPL managers. So he's another who I think, you know, he's going to do well. The Spurs fixtures to start off with, a bit, you know, Brentford, I'd be surprised if they keep a clean sheet there. Newcastle, anything's possible at the minute with Newcastle. Changing the manager so late in the day, anything could happen there. Forest, again, they do have some attacking. They do have attacking threats from Nottingham Forest. Gibbs White comes to mind. Everton, I don't really see that attacking threat. I rate the Everton defence, I just don't rate their attack. So there's definitely clean sheet potential there. And Aston Villa, I mean, they've still got Watkins, so, you know, it'd be a struggle. But he's only 5.5 million, and he's an attacking threat. So if Spurs start playing better this season, which I'm expecting they will do, I reckon they'll be at least mid-table. I don't think they'll be in any shape or form of relegation battle. So I think there'll be more attacking returns for Pedro this season. Last season he got 1 goal, 3 assists, and the season before with less minutes he got 2 goals, 6 assists. So he's got a real good attacking threat here. I'm expecting Spurs to get better. He's on the squad. Also, you might see me squinting a little bit, but just after I click record, sun's come out and it's coming straight into my eyes. Always perfect timing. Okay, the last playing defender in in game week 1, if I went for the Haaland, you know, the one is Luke Shaw with Manchester United. My brain was just like, nope. So this guy's only 4.5 million. For a player that played 3,220 minutes and kept 10 clean sheets last season, that to me is a bargain. And a lot of people see that at 24.2% team selected by. And he starts with Hull and Ipswich. Then he's got Everton, and I don't see Everton being that attacking. So, you know, okay, after like it's Man City and then Fulham, but the first 3 game weeks, I'm sat there thinking, I would not be surprised if 3 game weeks in, United have kept 3 clean sheets. So I can fully understand why people are going for Luke Shaw. It makes perfect sense. And okay, he's not really been that attacking lately. Like last season, he only got 1 goal, 1 assist. But I suppose, you never know, this coming season he might be a bit more attacking, because he has been in previous seasons. He used to get a handful of assists, as you guys can see on screen. So yeah, we'll see. But the fixtures starting with United, I'm looking at Luke Shaw more than more. As long term, I'm probably gonna like have a mixture of the Haaland, no Haaland draft and bring players in. So yeah, to me, absolute bargain. And the more I look at Luke Shaw, the more I think he's nailed on for me in game week 1. Okay, as I mentioned before, I am doing a 3-5-2 formation. So I've got 2 defenders on the bench. The first one is Mosquera. I definitely said that incorrectly. There's a lot of hype about this guy. He's getting mentioned a lot. He's probably going to be nailed on to start the season because there's a couple of defenders for Arsenal who are injured. And he's 5.5 million. And actually, he's actually owned higher now than it was when I last looked. 17.2% of FPL managers are seeing this. So, yeah, they're going to see that this guy's probably going to get the minutes, at least until Saliba and them come back. So, he's one that might be worth bringing in to start off with. So, last season, he kept 3 clean sheets, but he didn't play many minutes. This is one of those where he's on the cheap side. Arsenal have got injuries. You're expecting him to get some game time and a good person to have on the bench and maybe rotate in here and there. Okay, so my final defender, who's also benched, is a 4 million enabler. So it is Charlie Hughes, just been promoted with Hull City. I don't plan to play him very often. It's just someone who's cheap. 2.2% of FPL managers have got him. There is a fixture there. I might play him game week 2 against Coventry. You know, they've just been promoted as well, so, you know, I might give him a chance then. But he's not someone I'm looking to play week in, week out. He's going to be making appearances off the bench when people, for whatever reason, don't play. I don't expect to be putting him on my squad very often. But because we've got a Haaland draft here, we need cheap players, and this guy gives me that option. So at 4 million, I think Charlie Hughes is a good one to have, basically. Okay, next one up, we have Pascal Gross, who is midfielders in Brighton. So he's 5.5 million. He's only owned by 4.6% of FPL managers, and I think people are missing a trick here. So he was on loan for the first half of the season. He was brought back because new manager, and he saw potential in Gross. And not just that, Danny Welbeck looks set to sign for Chelsea. If he does, I would expect Gross to get penalties. So then there's more attacking returns from Gross if that happens. But if you look here, last season he got 1,636 minutes. He got a goal, he got 6 assists, he got 6 clean sheets. But that all came from the second half of the season. So I think Gross is worth having in your squad for some of these game weeks, as I can definitely see more attacking returns from him this season, as he has a full season at Brighton. And if Welbeck does move, I suspect he's going to be on penalties. And if you look at the opening game weeks, Villa, I'm probably going to play him there. Chelsea, probably not. Leeds and Coventry, I'll play him. And then Arsenal, probably not. So, yeah. I just think Gross is worth having in your team due to the fact that Welbeck looks set to leave. And even if Welbeck stays, I still think Gross is going to have some really good attacking returns. So Gross at 5.5 million, I think he's nailed on for me, no matter which strat I go for. Okay, so I've gone for Morgan Rogers next. He's 7.5 million and he's owned by 32.1% of Fantasy Premier League managers. Now, I was a bit, I was 50-50 at first because he's gone to Chelsea and they have other options as well. But I have gone for him in the end. I'm expecting him to get some decent minutes at Chelsea. And last season at Aston Villa, even though Aston Villa, in my opinion, didn't have the best of seasons, he still got 10 goals, 8 assists. So 18 attacking returns for a player at 7.5 million. If he hits the ground running at Chelsea, that's going to be a bargain. And with Fulham, Brighton and Hull and Brentford in your first 4 or 5 fixtures, there's definitely a lot of attacking return there for Rodgers if he gets the chance at Chelsea. So I have brought him in. He's less nailed on than people like Groves, but he makes the squad for now. Okay, so the next one in the squad, and this is kind of an enabler, but he is in the starting 11 at the minute, is Kamada over at Crystal Palace. So last season he got nearly 1,900 minutes and had 2 assists to his name. Because he's 5 million, he makes the squad for that reason, and there's definitely some chance to get some attack returns. Probably not against Everton, probably not against City, but Fulham, Ipswich, Leeds, there's potential there. And with him being 5 million, I am really considering that. Because again, having Haaland in your draft, you've got to really, cut back where you're spending, basically. So that's why Kamada makes the squad, and I'm hoping he's going to get more than 2 assists. Now, I always get this guy's name wrong, but Sobzani or something like that? Sobzali? Anyway, he's at Liverpool, he's 7 million. Wow, he's 48.2% owned by FPL managers. With no Salah in Liverpool this season, and just before I click record, I seen something about Spurs trying to sign Cody Gakpo. I'm expecting this guy to really become like centre stage at Liverpool when it comes to getting a lot of attacking returns. And the fixtures to start off with as well: Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Ipswich, Fulham, Bournemouth. That's going to be amazing for Sobzani. I can really see this guy getting some real attacking options. He's got 6 goals, 7 assists from last season. There's less attackers in that team now. And I'm even that confident with this guy. He's my vice captain. So Sobzani is in my squad. The more I look at him, the more I'm thinking I'm nailed on with this guy, as I can see more attacking returns this season due to the fact that other people you'd normally expect to get attacking returns from, like Salah, are no longer at Liverpool. So I think they're going to rely on this guy more at Liverpool to bring the goals and assists in. Okay, so my final midfielder, because obviously we are playing the 3-5-2 formation, Semenyo. Now, I'm a little bit nervous about Semenyo. He's 8.5 million. He's owned by 20.9% of FPL managers. And last season he got 17 goals, 6 assists, which is really good. But he comes to Manchester City for the in the January transfer window, and I'm a bit nervous because he didn't quite get as many goals and assists in the second half of the season as he did the first half. Because obviously City's got people like Haaland in who already gets the goals and that for him. But because he got so many attacking returns last season, and you would expect City to play this guy consistently, and the opening fixtures, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Coventry, Manchester United, Sunderland, you can see attacking returns in 4 out of 5 of them. So he does make my squad at least for now. So yeah, hopefully he's going to take off again this season and get a good number of attacking returns. And speaking of Haaland, as we go into the forward positions, here he is. So he got 15.5 million price. He's owned by 75.2% of Fantasy Premier League managers. And he's got good fixtures to start off with: Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Coventry, Manchester United, Sunderland. There's a lot of attacking returns there. And he got 27 goals, 8 assists last season, which is absolutely fantastic. The only thing that's putting me off is the 15.5 million price tag. Like, one thing that I'm thinking of is if you put your money, spread it out with other players, they will combined outscore Haaland in most game weeks. So there is that to it. But yeah, it's risky to go without him, especially with them fixtures. It does make me nervous. But yeah, there we go. Haaland. So next one up, you've got Joe Pedro. And he is 7.5 million. He's owned by 54.4% of FPL managers. And this guy did not take part in the World Cup. So last season, goals scored 15, assists 9, 24 attacking returns overall. And he's well rested for this season because he didn't take part in the World Cup. And the fixtures to start off as well: Fulham attacking returns there, Brighton attacking returns there, Arsenal probably not, Hull attacking returns there, and Brentford attacking returns there. So he's got some really good fixtures. He's well rested. I think because I do rate Chelsea's attack, I don't think you can go without this guy. And finally, my benched forward. So this guy's 6 million. He's only owned by 1.9% of FPL managers. And with Newcastle being in a bit of turmoil, this guy's not exactly nailed on. I would have gone to Welbeck at this price otherwise, but with him looking like he's moving on to a different club, I bought Ozula in. So he's on the bench. I don't see much attacking returns against Liverpool, and this is assuming he plays. Like, he's getting there, but anyway, I don't think there's attacking returns against Liverpool. There probably is against Tottenham, probably is against Bournemouth. We should be against Leeds and should be against Hull. So if he gets the minutes, and he's starting to show that he should, but we don't know what's going on with the manager that situation there, so it's a risk. But if this guy gets the time that he deserves, there's no reason why this guy wouldn't get some good attack returns, and at 6 million you can't go wrong with that. I mean, look at last season, Thiago at Brentford, who I wish was in this draft. He was very underlooked at the start of the season, popped off, did well, now 8 million. Could we see this with Ozuna as well? Ozula. I can't pronounce this guy's name. But yes, because of that, I have got this guy in my draft for Haaland, at least for now. Okay, so on screen now you guys have got my full team. This is what I would be playing if I go with Haaland in the squad. Again, I'm definitely nervous in a couple of positions here. But again, because you've got Haaland in your squad, you do need to make cuts in other places. So this is what I've come up with at the moment. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you have hit that like button. If you're a new viewer around here, guys, and you want to see some more FPL content from myself, don't forget to subscribe and then hit the bell. This way you'll be notified of any future videos and live streams for myself. At the minute, I think my next video on FPL, I'm going to be talking about a watch list. I'm going to be putting a watch list together of people who are not in either draft, but might be worth a shout. So I'll wrap it up here, and I'll see you in the next one. Nice one, guys.